Right now, though, you are about to see how the human body can sometimes seem to defy the forces of nature.
That's right, and that is why we volunteered our good friend David Willey to put his bare hands in molten lead and test it out, and we are not kidding.
This is a pan of molten lead, and you are going to be amazed at what I'm going to do with it. Let me show you just how hot this lead is. These are just regular matches. It lights them, no problem. This pan of molten lead is at well over its melting point of 328 degrees centigrade. In fact, right now, if I turn this flame off, we can see that it's actually, okay, 214, 375, aha. You can see it's well over 550 degrees centigrade. Now, what I've got to do is clean some of that dross off the top. A little bit of beeswax in here. There we go. That'll get this nasty stuff off the top. Now, what I'm going to do for you now is based, most people say, on the Leidenfrost effect. That's where if you have really hot metal and you put some water on it, the water just skits around. Let me show you that. And you see the little drops just skittering around. Now, what I want to show you is just how hot this lead is. Now, most people do it by dipping a wiener into the molten lead, but I know Daily Planet likes things bigger, so I brought my version of a wiener instead. And you look at how hot this is. If we put this in here, you can see it doesn't exactly take too long before you've got a very seriously singed wiener there. And you're thinking, boy, I wouldn't want to put my hands in that, except that that's exactly what I'm going to do for you. Get my hands wet, shake off the excess drops, and then in and out. You just got to do it fairly fast. But I got something new for you. This is going to be the first time on television. I think that you can do this if you just plain do it fast enough. And you don't need to wet your hands, and you don't need to rely on the Leidenfrost effect. So, as you can see, I'm now drying my hand off. I've now got a perfectly dry hand, and as long as I do it fast enough, in and out, we can still do it. Doesn't have to be the Leidenfrost effect, but that is considerably hotter on my hand than it was before. Well, first time it was the water forming steam around my hands, Leidenfrost effect, that did keep them a little safer than when I dried them. Then it felt really hot, but the physics there was just that I had to do it really quickly. It takes a certain length of time for heat to move from one object to another. I just made sure that it didn't have enough time to move to me.